Up front, inside Atlanta's entertainment industry is brought to you by Atlanta's Jazz Station, 91.9 FM WCLK.
Coming up on this week's show, Up Front talks to singer, actress, and model Demetria McKinney about starring in the upcoming TV One biopic, Bobby Christina. The versatile entertainer opens up about playing her music idol, Whitney Houston, and more. We'll also be playing music from Demetria McKinney, as well as Teddy Pendergrass, and much more. But first,
of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all.
Hi, Cassie Davis here. You're listening to Up Front with Ray Cornelius. Take it away, Ray!
you just heard my first guest, Demetria McKinney, performing her rendition of the Whitney Houston classic, The Greatest Love of All. The Atlanta-based actress will be portraying Houston in the highly anticipated biopic, Bobby Christina, which debuts on TV One Sunday, October 8th at 7 p.m. McKinney stopped by the Upfront Studios to dish about the project and why this was the role of a lifetime. Well, good morning, Demetria McKinney, and welcome to Upfront. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I don't know what to say. I'm so excited. It's like talking to family whenever I'm around you because I've known you for such a long time. But I'm going to take you back. The year, I believe, was 2010.
Ooh.
The show was I Dream, which was directed by Jasmine Guy, our good friend Jasmine Guy. And it starred a really good friend of mine, college buddy of mine, Quentin Darrington. He's was playing Martin Luther King.
He was amazing in that role.
And you were Coretta.
Yeah.
Which, that was my first time ever learning about you, knowing about you. My friend who was coming in from out of town to see Quentin, she was like, oh my God, Demetria McKinney is playing Coretta Scott King. And I'm like, Demetria, do I know her?
Do I know her on the next Geraldo? Yes.
I'm like, maybe I'm like, you know, I'm really bad with names. So I'm like, I have to see her face.
Right.
And so here you are coming out of the shadows in the back of the stage. As Coretta singing that song. You had the Coretta do it, everything with the hat on. I was like, who? I wanted to stand up and be like, Hoppo, who is this woman?
Who that woman?
Who is this?
Oh my gosh.
You were, and I've been a fan ever since. I was like, oh my God, you had an amazing song in that show.
Thank you. A man like you.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw you, and then that's when I realized that you were on House of Pain.
Right.
And so then I saw you in, oh my God, Mountaintop.
Playing Camé.
Exactly. And that's when I was like, you know what? And I'm going to be really honest with you. I was like, I think that she gets overlooked. Yeah. And seeing that show, I was like, yo, this girl is a super talent. Like, I don't think the show House of Pain really showed who you really were at that time. And I was like, no, I've seen her do like theater, like not your, you know, Mama and Bert the Cornbread, but I've seen her I've seen her do real theater. I've seen her do an opera. So to see you then and to see you now, it's like, wow.
You know, it's crazy you're mentioning those two because those were two firsts for me. I had never done opera before.
Really?
Never done opera. So when Jasmine called me and asked me to do I Dream, I was like, okay, you know, ain't no twerking involved. Just playing. But I was like, I've never done this. It was really interesting. And to be paired up with somebody like Quentin, you know, was awe-inspiring for me. It taught me a whole lot. And then with Mountaintop, that's a two-person, no costume, no set
frills.
Change, no frills show. So you really have to have a great story and two people who really lean on each other because that's literally it. There are no other characters. Yeah. And that was a first for me. So for you to have discovered and grown with me on those two is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so to have you back in this seat, and I have to
I
have to pat myself on the back there because I remember when Whitney passed away and you were asked to perform at the Bronze Lens Film Festival. I believe it was the Women's Superstars Luncheon that year. It
sure was.
And you performed.
Yeah.
And I sat there and again I was like, okay, like where are the people for this talent? Because I was like, if anyone should play Whitney Houston, in any type of musical, commercial, whatever. I was like, it should be Demetria McKinney. And here we are some years later, and you're starring as Whitney in Bobby Christina, which is the up-and-coming TV One original movie that is going to be coming out in October.
Yeah.
And wow.
Yeah. It's still really surreal for me. As we were filming, well, first off, the audition process. I did audition for this role gladly. It's always been a bucket list thing for me. It's always been my dream role because I respect her so, so much. And when I got the audition, I spent 3 hours on that thing. Usually auditions like, 5-10 minutes. You get it, you don't. You're ready for the yes or the no, But this, I put such passion into the audition that when they called me for it, I was like, yeah, I got it. It wasn't until 2 weeks after we started filming that I was like, oh my God, what have I done? It finally sets in that you are playing this person that not only you idolized, but America internationally, that everybody knows this person or they think they know this person. And 2 weeks in, I realized I wasn't playing her. I was playing Nippy. I was playing Jersey Girl. I was playing who she was at home with Bobby Chris. And that was a different dynamic and a totally different set of responsibilities. What people think they knew versus what you're revealing to them as a human being is sometimes a bit of a parody for people. But as scary as it was such an honor. I'm really looking forward to everybody getting to see it and really get a chance to get to know the human side of who Bobby Chris was. Let's start there.
Yeah, because this is really a film to try and dispel some of the tabloid rumors, the various stories that were out there about this family, about her, everything surrounding her death.
That's the thing, though. It really wasn't even to dispel that. I think it was to say the why behind the what. We all got what. Okay, yeah, we heard that, seen it. That's kind of what the names were associated with, quote unquote. But why? But what else? And that's what we really wanted to show. I don't think we gave them an opportunity to live. And that's one of the things that, Whitney would always say, can I live?
Right.
Can I be? And we didn't give them that, especially Bobby Chris. She was always Whitney's daughter, always Bobby's daughter. Can I have my identity? Can I sing? Can I live? Can I have my friendships? Can I thrive outside of this shadow? And that's what we were attempting to do with this.
Now, because I'm hearing a little Whitney as you're talking. How did you connect with that? Because this is someone, like you said, that we all knew. I mean, when she passed away, I think I kind of mourned her for almost a year.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, she's not your family member. You don't really know her. But what I try to explain to people, and I think you can understand this too, is that there's a connection with music.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially when you've watched someone's career from the very beginning all the way to the end. I mean, she was the same age as my sister. So it was almost like watching, like you, a family member blossom and grow, and you saw the challenges and you were there for the good times and the bad times. And then for this to happen, it was very hard to take.
Yes.
And so how did you, knowing that you were playing a real person, how did you channel her?
I never got an opportunity to meet Whitney. So she has no idea how she impacted me. She has no clue. But in my mind, she got me through, and that is how I connected to her. Whether we're superstars on the verge of it, just starting our journey, whatever it is that we're doing, we all understand three things: faith, love, hope. Oh, sorry, 4. Faith, love, hope, and pain. So I had to connect in a very real way, a realer way than I really ever have, because that is how I connected to her in the first place. Her music got me through molestation. Her music got me through homelessness. Her music got me through poverty. She was the soundtrack playing behind some of those moments I didn't know how I was going to get out of. So that is how I grew to love her. That is how I grew to love myself. And that is where I had to go. Those places where I discovered her the most. Those places where, love was really, really good. And those places where, why does it hurt so bad? I had to go there, and I didn't want to all the time. It was very scary. It can be really dark, but it's true. And as long as we told the truth in the story, I think we did it justice.
Yeah. Now, this film, you've got an amazing cast joining you. Vivica A. Fox is Patty
Viv.
Houston.
Sorry.
Let's go there. What was that like working with her? Because I've met her. I've met her twice, but most recently during Sheen Magazine's gala, their most recent gala, and she's just. What you see on TV is what you really get. I mean, she's just an amazing person.
That's exactly what you get. That's exactly her. And she has been that every single time. I've known her for a few years now. And she's always been so uplifting, always so encouraging, but still very real, honey. Yes, I love you. D, girl, I love you, but that wig was not right. You need to come and check out my line. I've got something for you. You know, I mean, she just is who she is. Yeah. And that is the rawness of her is what I love. And then her ability to transform is great.
Now, it also stars Hassan Johnson as Bobby Brown, and there's a newcomer, Joy Rivera. Am I saying her name
yes,
correct?
Joy Rivera.
As Bobby Christina. So what was it like working with them as well?
You know, everybody came in with the same intention, which is rare. There was no, I'm going to be this person, or I'm going to shine in this, or we all made it about Bobby Chris. Cast, the director, Ty Hodges, he is phenomenal in the way that he shot it, and he made it almost like a voyeuristic feel, like you're watching this happen in the moment. You're not watching a movie. You are sitting right there witnessing it. And I think because we all came in with a sincerity of heart, with the desire to help the future, you know, because our kids, my son is 18, honey. He could be making some of these same choices, and I not know. If we can spark the conversation, if we can save some lives, if we can reveal who these people really were, you know, I think that's the intention we all came with. And because of that, it was a wonderful, wonderful working experience. No attitude, no about meanness. You know what I'm saying? Very different from Real Housewives. Yeah. You know, so I really, really enjoyed everybody. And because of the heart of the show, we all became very much like family as well. Yeah. TV One included.
We'll be hearing more from McKinney about her new TV and music
Hi, this is Ian Van Zandt, and you're listening to Upfront with Ray Cornelius.
But I don't know what I would do without your love. I don't know what I would. You make me happy, and without you ain't enough. I love you with all of my heart. I don't know what I would. If we were to ever part, baby, at that point I know I would lose everything we have.
That was music from Demetria McKinney's new album, Officially Yours, which debuts this week. Check out the rest of my exclusive interview with her as she talks about that project, her new TV shows, and her favorite Whitney Houston songs.
Now, speaking of reality and all things television, what are some other projects? Because you're also seen on Saints and Sinners, Bounce TV's #1 hit dramatic series. What are some of the other projects that you have going on outside of that as well?
Wow. Well, that's coming back for a season 3, which is awesome. Thank you to everybody for the support of that. I'm currently filming a show called Superstition, which is on Sci-Fi, starring myself, Brad James, What Up, Brows.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, he got them brows, honey. And Mario Van Peebles, who I have been such a huge fan of. And to see this man, where he's at, and how he is where he's at, that man sits there and will kick you in the head effortlessly while spitting a sonogram. Like, I mean, a monologue, or you know what I'm saying? It's just like he is phenomenal in who he is. The show itself is a whole different spin on anything I've ever done. Never really been involved in sci-fi, the channel or the audience. So it's a really, really unique experience for me. I'm doing my own stunts. You know, I'm growing as a character, you know, it's really, really cool. And listen, don't ask me to go see nothing like It, Annabelle. I don't do scary movies. I'm not her. But getting to see how they do all of this stuff, because it does have some of those elements in it.
Right.
Is really cool for helping me to kind of cope. When my son says, let's go see it, I might be like, I can try now. But no, it's been a whole lot of fun. A lot of work, but it's going to pay off.
Wow. Now let's talk about the music, because that's, you know, it's almost like you have these 3 sides.
Yeah.
It's like you're the brand and model and face of all things Demetria McKinney, but then you're also this actress, and then you're this amazing singer. So let's talk about the album.
Oh, Officially Yours. That has been in the works for a couple of years, and everybody's like, "Is it really coming out?"
Because
No.
you know, I've asked
Honey, yes,
several times.
honey, he came straight to me like, "So about that album, though." October 6th is the date. And I am elated. I'm so excited. It's taken a while because every time I really got into the music, something with acting would happen. Every time something would happen with acting, I couldn't get back in the studio, and all the while I was growing. So I really wanted to make sure that the person that was displayed in this music was the realest form of myself. Hence the album cover. If you guys ain't seen that album cover, a broad is kind of naked. It's just me. It's just me. It's not about a label. It's not about a bag. It's not about a shoe. It's not about a watch. You know what I'm saying? It's just really getting to the core of who I am as a woman and hoping that people can relate to that, which they have so far with Easy. So I'm really excited.
Wow. So I have to ask you, because you were really part of, I guess, this rebirth of television and film. You guys were in House of Pain, which is actually coming back
On OWN, yes.
On OWN.
2018.
Before I go into this, the question I was going to go into, let's talk about that. So are you going to be on that show? Because we had Cassie Davis in here. Oh gosh, maybe at the top of the year. So are you going to be back in the show?
Yes, I am. Curtis is still up to his antics with Janine. The dynamic is awesome because the dynamic between everybody is the same.
Okay.
The kids are growner. China is definitely jazzy, but I mean, still who she is as a person. Doc, the same way. It was great to connect with AP again. And the newcomers to the show are phenomenal as well. Jackie Harry, y'all know
my God,
she
yes.
is. She is. That's all you can say about her.
Yeah.
But the story isn't different. It's still family. It's still fun. It's still faith. And I mean, you get a good laugh with it all. So it's going to be that awesome programming that we used to love with The Cosby Show and with the original House of Pain series. So reprising the role was a no-brainer.
Wow. But the question, and congrats on that. The
Thank
question
you.
I was going to ask is, that show was really sort of this, the launch of all of the television and film production that's happening here in Atlanta. So
Yeah.
to have been a part of that and to just kind of look back and see where your career is now, what goes through your mind? Because at that point, it was very few production companies in the city. We kind of saw you guys, around shooting here and there. But now it's like every time you turn around, there's the white trucks and the caution signs and the weird signs with this scribbling on it that you kind of don't know what that means. I know what it means, but for the average person, they're like, what does "gam you" mean?
Right, right.
So how does that feel to have been a part of that, and you're still doing it here in Atlanta?
I don't think I ever really thought about it that way. You start new shows with the hopes that they'll be successful. And with the way that Mr. Perry had to come with it, with all the no's that he got at the beginning and the way that he put up his money to his dream and his belief in this show, we're thankful, we're grateful. And to know that we did kind of pave the way, even for the filming shooting schedule.
Right.
We were the first ones doing that. But you don't think about it while you're in it. That's the beauty of working with a visionary like Mr. Perry. He has his vision. He doesn't look outside of it. He's not necessarily looking towards the future of how this is going to affect man and humanity and everything. He's doing what he was led to do. And I think when you walk in that sincerity, it has no choice but to touch other realms and other things and to bring about greatness. So if I think about it that way, it's really cool.
Yeah.
But aside from that, you just do the work. You do the work and you understand that people did the work before you. So I try my best not to rest in accolades and look forward to the next thing.
Wow. So last question, favorite top 4 Whitney Houston songs?
Oh my God. Wait. Okay. Greatest Love of All. You Give Good Love. Why Does It Hurt So Bad? And because that live performance she did with that, my God.
We'll talk about that after the interview.
My God. And I think my last one would be, oh my gosh, I have only one left. I want to dance with somebody. Different phases of her all the way around. And she could sing anything. She could make you feel anything. Even with I Will Always Love You being a remake. Honey, if I didn't know better, that came directly from her soul. You know what I'm saying? And it did. So that I guess that there's so many more.
Yeah.
There's so many more.
Wow. Well, Demetria McKinney, thank you so much for stopping by the Upfront Studios. I know that you're very busy. You've got a lot going on.
Thank God. But thank you for always making me feel like family. Whether you're in front of the mic, the camera, whatever, anytime you see me, it's always love. It's always positivity and support. And anytime I can come back and do the same, I will.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to today's show. I'd really like to thank all of my special guests. I would also like to thank my engineer, Mark Angel, and you. Please join us next Saturday, October 7th at 9 a.m. for another exciting edition of Upfront, inside Atlanta's entertainment industry. Happy Saturday, Atlanta. If you like today's show, please hit us up at WCLK.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Upfront, inside Atlanta's entertainment industry has been brought to you by Atlanta's Jazz Station, 91.9 FM WCLK, an NPR member-supported station.